All right, so now we're going to look at one of the main utilities of this camping position, and that is forcing half guard. Now, again, if you can pass your partner right to side control or right to mount or take their back, it's always best. But against the best players in the world, the main utility of this camping position is going to be to force them into half guard and backtrack into the legs, provided it's on your own terms. Now, when I'm saying force half guard, I mean force a specific kind of half guard. The biggest problem we all have when we engage into a half guard is getting past those annoying top frames. A cross shoulder post with the left arm in this case, and some kind of knee shield and wedge between myself and my partner with the leg. So that way it's now my arms versus her legs. It's a losing battle pushing into her, linear, and even if I do clear the knee, the cross shoulder post stops me from coming in and getting upper body control. Even if I clear the cross shoulder post, I still have to get past the knee, and it just, you spend minutes here at a time. You spend 4 minutes here in a 10-minute match, and that's 40% of the match gone. And then maybe you get swept, or maybe you get chest to chest, and the action continues. But you can eat up large amounts of time in this position trying to get chest to chest. One of the main utilities of camping is that your partner's so tired and so desperate to maintain guard, they'll accept any form of connection with their legs to your body. Because again, your partner has to form some kind of connection, meaningful connection to you with their legs in order to attack you from any kind of guard, okay? And when you're camping, your partner has zero meaningful connection. So they're gonna be freaking out and doing everything they possibly can just to form some kind of connection, even if it leads them into a situation where they can get past. As long as they don't get past right away, this is what they're gonna be looking for. So when I feel my partner is going to trap my leg, and I feel the back heel's coming in, and the ankles are locked, this is the perfect time for one of two things. One, to force half guard, chest to chest. When I get past my partner's legs, I force a chest to chest half guard, which is much different than a knee shield half guard. Because now, I'm past my partner's annoying frames, and she's carrying my body weight on her torso, not on her frames. So it's incredibly exhausting, and it's an excellent pinning position where I can go in and start passing my partner from here. The second, which we'll segue into next, is the second I feel my partner go to trap my legs, we move into a high stepping position, we start pummeling from here. But we'll look at that next. This time, we're going to go in, we outflank our partner, we move into this camping position, and from here, she goes in, she traps my legs, she extends legs towards me. The second I see this, I run towards my partner's center line, and I just drop my right knee to her left hip. Like so. Now from here, I take my right elbow, and I bring it over my partner's hip. So when she goes to scoot away from me, it's a difficult thing. Now she's going to be looking to push on my upper body and bring the knee shield back in place. Okay? So the second I see this, I immediately take my head to the shoulder, and I just go inside my partner's arm, like so. From here, as she goes to push away, I brush the frame off. And now when she goes to shrimp away from me, we take a staggered stance with our legs, where I blade my left knee into her right hip, and I pull my right leg back. What this will do is it'll stop her from inverting her right knee. So when she goes to shrimp away, she can't do it. When she goes to give a strong bridge towards me, my flared legs will give me a strong base of support. And now from here, it's a pretty easy thing to go in, lock up, and fight for that underhook like so. When she goes to insert her knee as a knee shield, it's a difficult thing. When she goes to start inverting her right knee, it's a difficult thing. When she goes to start bridging, it's a difficult thing. And now from here, we can go in and start our passing. So the whole thing is to run my right knee to her far hip. If I drop down into half guard and I take my knee to her near hip, she will always be able to push and immediately insert her knee shield. So I want to look to get her hips flat by dropping into this position. So now when she goes to insert the knee shield, it's not impossible, but she first has to stagger her hips so her hips are no longer squared and flat on the mat, and she has to invert her right knee, like so. And she has to put my right knee back on her right hip before the knee shield can come in. So my whole thing, when she goes to start trapping my leg, I feel the ankles are going to be locked, is to just run towards the center line, run back into my partner's legs, and drop my knee to her far hip. So we're camping. She goes to trap my leg, and I end up in this position here. From here, elbow comes through. She goes to start shooting away. We just end up in this position here. I have the inside bicep tie, and now as she goes to start initially scrambling away, it's a very difficult thing to do. And now I can work, get everything back to the inside position, fight, and then go into our standard half guard passes that we all know and love so much. Okay? So, right off this camp, she goes to trap my leg. The whole thing is to run her hips flat to the floor. Don't make the mistake of being here. She goes to trap you, and this happens. So as she's pulling me, I say, okay, fine. You can cede half guard, but you go back into the legs on your terms. Chest to chest and half guard. So I'm here camping. She goes to trap my leg. And now from here, we go inside. She goes to start bridging and freaking out. Now we have top half guard, chest to chest, inside position, cross face, underhook, and we can easily pass our partner. All right? The whole thing is to get, as the back heel comes in, my knee to outside the far hip the best I can. This makes sure that when she goes to start pushing me away, she has to first scoot to a hip, then insert the knee shield. If I fall here, now she just inserts the knee shield. Okay? So my whole thing is I run, and we end up here. So now she goes to fight. It's a difficult thing to do, and we can easily get a winning top pin. So we can pass from half guard. One of the main utilities against the absolute best guys is using this camping position to force your way into a half guard where you're chest to chest, and that makes passing very easy.